Hello everyone, my name is Crow, and this is Project Architect 2. This is episode 28. So last time we finished off with our crafting our Architron, and that was just assembling all these things, sticking them in the energizing orb from Powa, and inserting a lot of power. It took so long. I then used this to upgrade my thermal generators. So now they're producing, like 1,000% output. So my power situation is a little bit better as far as production goes, but my power storage is still very, very basic. So I think that's what we're going to be upgrading today is our power storage. But first, I need to do this. I need to craft the transmutation interface. This will allow my AE2 system to pull and push directly into my EMC bank. And now that I have the Architron, I can make that happen. So let's do that. And, oh, Architron. All right. This does have EMC. And let's say, I don't know if there's a quest associated with this or not. Oh, this. Oh, apparently I have. Oh man, I had quests I could have cashed in here. It's these purple ones that have like a potential really, really good. Potential really good rewards. And nothing. So feeding upgrade. Okay. So let's hop over to my ME system. And I will leave it there. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to hook this into the system by using some cables and putting a storage bus on there. Okay, and then I just need some cables, some smart cables. And then I need to have this be the highest priority. All right. So that should do it. So now if I look in my inventory here, I can see that I have 2.1 billion sugarcane, source gems, all the things, because I have 100 billion EMC. So, I have all this accessible to me. Here's the thing though, is that these are all stuffed full of things. Like you can see that in here I have andesite and I have Certus crystals and cobblestone and stone bricks and all these things that like I got 500 sugarcane here. So I need to basically clear out all the junk in here that has EMC and turn it back into EMC. So to do that, I'm going to need an IO. Actually, let me look up. Yes, MEIO port. And this will let me I'll just pop it here for a second. So what this will let me do is it will let me pull out things and it will automatically take things out of these different cells and empty them into the system. because I have my inventory set to a high priority, it should stick everything into the EMC that it can. So like all these catalysts and bookshelves, like I got 162 bookshelves. There's no reason for me to have all those bookshelves in my system. So let's pop them in there. And there should be no bookshelves, right? And so if I have, right, now this is no longer connected to the system, there should be 0 bookshelves. Perfect. So I need to do that with all of my, let me just hook this back up to the system real quick. So this is what I have to do for um, all of my storage cells. And so we'll see what we can do to compress down. Okay, so now we've kind of consolidated our storage a little bit. We have 4 cells that now can have, basically anything in them. I will have to consolidate things a little bit better. And maybe some of the stuff just needs to straight up be destroyed, right? There's a lot of non-stackable items uh, that need to get put in and dealt with, right? Like ultimate pipe upgrades. What am I ever going to do with those? So, but yeah, there's definitely some more things to do to kind of compress this stuff down again. But so that is the transmutation interface. That will now let me do crafting a little bit easier because, and now if I wanted to, let's say, create a quantum link chamber, I don't have to craft the quartz glass anymore. I don't have to craft or pull out of my storage system ender pearls or flux crystals. I can just craft it because it's available. So a lot of my crafting recipes where I would have to go and kind of spend all this time going back and forth, are now a whole lot easier. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to work a little bit more on Mekanism. From a ProjectE standpoint, the Archimorph is something that I need to do. And so that it looks like it's going to involve me getting into thermal expansion. And then what is this one? Another thermal expansion, another thermal expansion, another thermal expansion. So it looks like I do need to do this. However, I don't know if there's like a specific use for the Archimorph beyond just going to the next thing. So I think right now is probably a really good time to just take a little bit of a step back and figure out a little bit of a power solution. And mainly I'm focusing on power storage. So what I did is I'm going to expand my mechanism area a little bit, and I'm going to go down, right? I'm gonna build this down a little bit because I still have my PTP and I still have AE2 available over here. So what I'm gonna do is I copy pasted this area, and I'm going to paste it and anchor it. And I just want to line everything up on the Z and the X. All right, so that is exactly where it was before. And then I want to go down right here. Let's see here. I will replace the blocks, and I'm going to need 75 bricks, 65 mossy stone bricks. So I do need a couple things here. Perfect. Okay, so now I should just be able to paste this in. Let me go down one more. And I did I did copy all the like all the power cables and stuff. I don't think it will actually. It shouldn't paste much of it. And then it even pasted this. Cool. So now I have an extra area. You know, let me. Cool. So I'm going to use this as a staging area for a couple things. Number one is I want to. First of all, I gotta put all this stuff back in my system. And I can paste that or stick that back in here. So I have AE2 available here. I'll probably run it down behind here. All right. So in between episodes, actually I did this all while I was waiting for that that stupid Architron to craft because it took like billions of FE. So I went and I set up a bunch of crafting recipes for the Mekanism machines. And so I should be able to um, work towards getting lithium. This is kind of this is going to be like the big thing for my goal today. So I need lithium. It's used for the basic induction cells, and I think that's pretty much it. The problem is I need 4 lithium for each induction cell or induction provider. I need 4 induction cells for each advanced, and then I need 4 of those. And so it is like a logarithmic or logarithmic. It's an exponential increase. So basically, to make one ultimate induction cell, it turns out I need something like either 512 or 1,000 lithium dusts. So I need basically, short answer is I need lithium. Lithium is created by deconcentrating liquid lithium, and liquid lithium is created in the thermal evaporation plant by evaporating brine. Brine, of course, is made by evaporating water. So lithium is just going to require a crafting chain of water and power. It doesn't. The thermal evaporation plant is going to make liquid lithium. I don't think that liquid lithium is going to be used for anything, which means that any lithium I produce, I can automatically turn into the gas lithium, and then that can be used for whatever I need. Because gas lithium is also used to make tritium, I think that if I'm going to be storing a bunch of things, I should probably store it as the gas, and then basically uh, pop it into the crystallizer as necessary. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. So what I need to do is I need to create a couple more machines here and plop them down. Okay, so this is a pattern provider here, so I could come up here. So what that means is I need a rotary condensator. I'm going to need a crystallizer, a chemical crystallizer. So this will allow me to turn my liquid lithium into a gas. The crystallizer will allow me to turn that gas into So this will allow me to turn the gas. Oh, I should probably put it over there. Okay. I guess what else? This is going to be on. This is going to be downstairs because this is going to be like a default thing. Okay, so what other mechanism pieces are we going to need? I'm going to need at least 2 thermal evaporation controllers. I'll probably need some of these thermal evaporation, what are they, pipes or vents or something? Valves. I'm going to need 1 for the input, 1 for the output for each of them. And then I need 1 each for heat. It's a total of 6. And then let's say another 15 for each. Also going to need structural glass. And then I'll need some way to heat these things, a resistive heater. The resistive heater is going to take Fe and turn it into heat, which is going to power this whole thing. I think I have a sink. Do I have a sink? I do have a sink. All right. And I will fill in all this stuff over here. It is lit up, but I still will fill it in. And should be able to do this. Okay, so the rotary condensator is going to be here. So this is going to be my output for my all my pipes and stuff. Let me get maybe some of these ultimate mechanical pipes. And definitely uses more definitely uses more of these blocks than I thought I would need. Okay, so let's look at these valves here. Okay, so that's going to be the output into here. That is going to be the input. Yes. So this one will make the brine. Right, so the brine will come, so this will insert water, make the brine, spit out the brine into here, and this will take the brine into lithium, and then it will spit it out here into here. Here's my configurator. Okay, so it will go from here to here, and I will need another valve here, another valve here. Where's my heater? Yes. Okay, and I think the way that this works is that it spits heat out to the sides. And so I should be able to use, oh, I have that point there. Oh, you know what I could do? I could put my resistive heater here, my power here, and then my rotary condensator here. That way these share. And I don't need a cable. I don't need a power cable. This also would let me have a little bit of room here just to troubleshoot things. And then the last thing I'm going to need is this, because I need the sink. I also need a pipe here. Okay, so this is the bones of it. Structural glass can be used for the sides of these things. All right, cool. So now let's go down here. This is now creating brine, as we can see. And then brine is getting fed into here and is producing liquid lithium. And then I'm having it pull out of here. And we are going to, I'm concentrating, so I need to deconcentrate. This is taking the liquid lithium and making actual regular non-liquid lithium. I will need an interface. And we're going to have gases go out the bottom. All right. So now what I need to do is I need to figure out where to stick this lithium in the meantime, and then what to do with it now that I have it available. Let's get some cables though. So this has 3 channels on it. I mean, I guess I could just go straight down. Although, where's that gonna come out? Okay, and before I hook this up, I want to just make sure this is working properly. I can bump this up. Maybe I'll put it to 400 FE per tick. That will significantly increase the temperature, and then it'll up my production as well. So let's head on back to the system here, and then we're gonna make a chemical cell. And looks like I just need, yeah, those are easy enough to make. Let's make it 256. Okay, so I have a chemical cell now, and again, we'll go back to the cell workbench, put an equal distribution card in here, and then I'm going to partition this for gases. The gases that I want to put in here is, these are all the slurries. Lithium, where's my lithium? Not liquid lithium, but regular lithium. And then I'm going to put fissile fuel in here as well. This is just going to be future-proofing it. That way, what I can do is I can have my fissile fuel and my liquid lithium sharing this cell. Because with both these things, once it's full, I'd like to kind of just be done with it. And then when I'm doing further crafting with Mekanism, getting into some of the other things. All right, so now that this is hooked up, this should automatically suck in all this lithium. And now I can see the lithium is now in my system. Perfect. It will, so because this is only being used for lithium, this should automatically stop once I have, once this is full of lithium. And I'm never going to insert lithium, like I'm never going to take it out and then stick it back in the system. So that way this will all, once it's all back stuff, then it will stop, which is kind of what I need. Okay, good. The last thing that needs to happen is the crystallizer. So I will need a pattern provider. Am I ever going to need... You know, I will. Let me get another rotary condensator. Okay. And a pressurized reaction chamber. And let me get some more patterns. I think I'll be okay on patterns here. So that means that these, I want to... okay, so this is the chemical crystallizer. I want to input on the back and then output on the back. So when I insert lithium, it will spit it out. That's fine. And the rotary condensator. Oh. Input, output, input, output. That should be fine. I don't know if I'm gonna... I'll probably need to have this turn gases into liquids on demand. but I don't know. We'll figure this out. And then my pressurized reaction chamber is going to be input, output. Oh, input, input, output, and eject, eject. Set this here. All right, and this should, I think I need to have the energy. Okay. So now my rotary condensator, okay, now these should all work out perfectly. Okay, first of all, lithium, 100 millibuckets equals 1 lithium dust. No problem. Okay, chemical crystallizer makes that guy. Okay, and then the last thing that I need to do is lithium. I need to craft the lithium. What I really want to do is make sure that there's nothing left in here afterwards. Perfect. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for today. Next time, actually, what I'll do is in between episodes is I will craft some of the things I need to make the induction matrix, and this is going to be my massive energy storage. I'm going to need a bunch of yeah, to make one induction provider. How many lithium am I going to need? I need 250 lithium, which I mean that's only 25 buckets. And how much lithium do I have? 350 already. So I'm good on lithium for basically the rest of the playthrough until I start dealing with tritium. So I'll still let it build up, but definitely not something that I'm really worried about as far as storing and dealing with it. So, but yeah. So in between episodes, I will make a bunch of these induction matrix parts, and then we'll create that induction matrix, and then we'll kind of get moving on with the rest of the pack. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any tips or tricks or suggestions or anything like that, please feel free to leave them down below. And otherwise, I'll see you later. Take care.